The next presentation is by Sonali Bajaj. Paper topic, complications of long-term corticosteroid therapy in children with nephrotic syndrome.
Good morning, everyone. I am Sonali Bajaj, and I'm here to present my study on the study of the profile of complications of long-term corticosteroid therapy in children with nephrotic syndrome. Nephrotic syndrome is the commonest glomerular disease in the pediatric age group, with an annual incidence of 2 to 7 per 1 lakh. Nearly 80% of the children suffering from idiopathic nephrotic syndrome respond to treatment with corticosteroids, and around 45 to 70% of these have frequent relapses or are steroid dependent. Hence, a child having nephrotic syndrome has a fairly high chance of requiring prolonged therapy with corticosteroids. Considering a high prevalence of the disease in India, a substantially significant number of children receiving chronic corticosteroid therapy due to nephrotic syndrome in the country. Corticosteroids have undoubtedly been proven to be efficacious in inducing remission in nephrotic syndrome and have led to a reduction in mortality. However, this relatively simple treatment comes with its gamut of adverse effects, which may be particularly be disquieting in the pediatric age group. These are the common side effects of corticosteroids, which I will mention further in my methodology and objectives. Once a child has been labeled a frequent relapser or a steroid dependent, corticosteroids are not omitted. Rather, they are maintained on a tapering dose of corticosteroids. This regime continues anywhere from 9 months to beyond 2 years, and depending on the course of relapse. The number of children in nephrotic syndrome in the country is large, and yet there is a dearth of information on the toxicity profile of chronic corticosteroid treatment. The aims and objectives. My aim is to study the profile of adverse effects of corticosteroids in children with nephrotic syndrome. My objective is to study the prevalence of physical, ophthalmological, biochemical, and serious infective complications of long-term corticosteroids that have been taken as more than 12 months treatment in children with nephrotic syndrome. The physical complications that I'm including are Cushingoid facies, striae, bruises, facial plethora, hirsutism, acne, supraclavicular hump. These are the pictures. This is moon facies, striae, bruises, and acne. Anthropometric measurements which were taken were short stature, that is height for age lesser than the 3rd percentile, obesity, where BMI was more than 95th percentile for age, hypertension, where blood pressure was more than 95th percentile for age and sex. The biochemical complications which were taken into consideration are hyperglycemia, hypernatremia, hypokalemia, hypocalcemia, raised serum total cholesterol, raised triglycerides, low HDL, and high LDL. The ophthalmological complications included were glaucoma and cataract. Serious infective complications requiring hospitalizations are like spontaneous bacterial peritonitis, sepsis, and cellulitis. Materials and methodology. It was a cross-sectional study done at Pediatric Nephrology Clinic, Kalavati Saran Children's Hospital, Lady Harding Medical College, and over a period of 2 months. A total of 118 children were come across. A few of them did not give consent, a few of them the data could not be completely retrieved, and a few of them refused to give consent. And a total of 66 children were considered in the study. With the cumulative corticosteroid dose of around 4,000 with a standard deviation of 2,000, 23 of them were frequent relapses and 43 were steroid dependent. Details of the included subjects were taken, including the history of the disease, cumulative dose of corticosteroids, and they were evaluated for the presence of the following parameters, as I have mentioned above. Like physical features, which have been mentioned above, the anthropometric measurements like weight, height, weight for age, weight for height, and BMI was taken. Sexual maturity rating was done in the case of adolescent subjects. Blood pressure was taken, and serious infective complications requiring hospitalization were seen. Ophthalmological evaluation was done for the presence of glaucoma and cataract, and biochemical parameters such as blood sugar, lipid profile, and electrolytes was taken. These were the instruments that we used. Results. It was found that moon facies was the commonest, around 45%, followed by facial plethora, which was found in 28% of the subjects. Acne was found in 7% of the subjects. An equal proportion was found in hirsutism. No subjects had striae or bruises. 1.5% of the subjects had supraclavicular hump. Sexual maturity rating was done in 12 adolescent subjects and was found to be appropriate for age in all cases. Coming to the anthropometric parameters, around 41% of the subjects were found to have short stature, out of which 96% were found to be familial. Now coming to overweight and obesity, around 10.6% of the subjects were found to be obese, and in equal proportion was found to be overweight. Infective complications, around 22% of the 13.6% of the subjects were found to have serious infective complications, of which 22% were found to have cellulitis, an equal number had sepsis, and 55% had severe bacterial peritonitis. Coming to ophthalmological adverse effects of steroids, 8% of the subjects had posterior subcapsular cataract, while none of the subjects had glaucoma. It was found that 8 subjects, that is 12% of the subjects, had hypertension. And coming to the biochemical parameters, 14% of the subjects had hypernatremia, which was the commonest, while 5% had hypocalcemia, 1% had hypokalemia. Hypercholesterolemia was present in 26% of the subjects. 53%, which is the major amount, had hypertriglyceridemia. High LDL were found in 31% of the subjects, while none of the subjects showed hyperglycemia. A study done in children with chronic nephrotic syndrome has revealed a number of adverse effects of treatment with long-term glucocorticoids. Though most of the problems seen are not life-threatening, but could be disturbing for both parents and the social image of many adolescents. Hence, the result of the study would create awareness among pediatricians and pediatric nephrologists regarding the burden of the adverse effects of corticosteroids in patients with taking the drugs.
What, in your opinion, was the major adverse event? I mean, what do you want to conclude by, what is the conclusion you want to draw from the study? We all know that steroids have adverse events, and that's the reason why you've undertaken the study. What was the major adverse event that you have noted in this study?
So the major 2 adverse effects were, one of them was cataract. A major percentage of children showed the presence of posterior subcapsular cataract. Secondly,
What percentage?
so 41%. So this,
Next one.
so this one. So this percentage shows 12%, I'm sorry.
12%. You said
12% showed cataract. So but still it's a major thing because in such a young age group, cataract,
Other ones. I don't want to
the
listen
other
about
one is
cataract.
short stature, sir. Though majority, 96% was familial. The other half had short stature because of steroids. So that is another. So thirdly, it's hypertriglyceridemia, which could further lead to other major diseases. So these 3 were major side effects of steroids, which were found in such a young age group.
So your conclusion should.
So the
have
conclusion
that.
has regular screening.
No. Your study conclusion should have that in there.
So my conclusion has
Your conclusion is
ran out
just
of
like
time.
your objective. It's just like your introduction. It's not showing anything. You should
So,
mention those 3 points in the conclusion.
so this is all the conclusion. I ran out of time.
What is the average duration of the corticosteroid use in this patient prior to the development of the premature cataract?
So the average time where the child takes steroids, in a case of frequent relapser and a steroid dependent, so the minimum duration would be extending from 9 months. So, and it goes beyond it. The child keeps on taking steroids for years. And by years, I mean, it starts from 2 years to up to 10 years of age. So for a period of 10 years, the steroids are not omitted.
Question was, what is the average duration in your study?
Av-
Not in general.
So average duration, sir, 3 years. So in my population.
Questions from the audience?